In October 2025, Hungary shocked the world with a move that few saw coming. By becoming the first ever member of the European Union to officially join the BRICS bloc, Hungary broke a decades-old taboo. This unprecedented step sent shockwaves through both Brussels and the wider international community. It wasn't just a diplomatic maneuver, it was a bold declaration of independence from the EU's central authority, a statement that Hungary would chart its own course. For years, the EU demanded conformity from its members, but Hungary, under the leadership of Viktor Orbán, refused to bow to mounting pressure. By joining BRICS, Hungary formalized its defiance, aligning itself with Russia, China, and other emerging powers, and openly challenging the EU's authority. For the first time, an EU country is now part of a bloc led by the West's main rivals, a seismic shift in the balance of European politics. In Brussels, the mood is one of panic and disbelief. Their vision of unity and shared destiny has been shattered overnight. Hungary's move sends a powerful message to other EU nations. There is an alternative to Brussels' control, and the path to sovereignty is open. Countries that have long felt sidelined or ignored by EU policies are now watching closely, weighing their own options. Is this the beginning of a new realignment in Europe, one that could redraw alliances and reshape the continent's future? The elites in Brussels call Hungary's decision reckless, but for many ordinary citizens, it looks like an act of courage and self-determination. Hungary has thrown open the door to a future where nations can reclaim their sovereignty and make choices that reflect their own interests. The course of European history may have just changed, and the world is watching to see what happens next. So, what is BRICS? This acronym stands for a group of 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Originally, it was just Brazil, Russia, India, and China, with South Africa joining later to complete the group. It began as an economic alliance of rising powers, aiming to create a counterbalance to Western economic dominance. Today, BRICS is not just an economic entity, but a political force challenging the Western-led global order. The bloc has expanded rapidly, adding new members like Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, the UAE, and Indonesia, making it even more influential. Together, BRICS nations now represent a significant share of the world's population, economy, and resources, making them a formidable group. They're building their own financial systems and trade agreements, bypassing Western institutions like the IMF and World Bank, to gain more autonomy. A key goal is de-dollarization, reducing reliance on the US dollar and its political leverage, which has long dominated global trade. For Hungary, joining BRICS offers a path to economic sovereignty and freedom from Western political pressure. It's not just an economic move, it's a geopolitical statement, signaling a shift in alliances. Hungary is betting on a multipolar world where the East and global South have more influence, challenging the traditional Western dominance. Western critics call it a gamble, but for Budapest, it's a pragmatic decision aimed at securing its future. Hungary is positioning itself strategically in a rapidly changing world, ensuring it remains relevant and influential in the new global order. Hungary's BRICS decision is the result of years of conflict with the EU. Orbán's government has clashed with Brussels over national identity, immigration, and sovereignty. The EU tried to pressure Hungary with legal threats and withheld funds, but Budapest stood firm. Energy policy was the breaking point. Hungary kept Russian energy flowing while the EU pushed for sanctions. For Hungary, energy security is non-negotiable, and Brussels' policies were seen as reckless. The EU became an unreliable partner, pushing Hungary to seek new alliances. Joining BRICS is the next step in Hungary's eastern opening, diversifying its foreign policy. It's a hedge against Western failures and a clear assertion of national interest. Hungary's defiance has reached its peak. By joining BRICS, Hungary cements its ties with Russia and China. What began as pragmatic economic relationships now becomes a formal strategic alliance. Hungary's energy partnership with Russia ensures stable supplies, defying EU isolation efforts. With China, Hungary is a key entry point for investment and the Belt and Road Initiative. Major Chinese projects are transforming Hungary's economy and infrastructure. BRICS membership accelerates these trends, making Hungary a vital partner for both Moscow and Beijing. This new axis, Budapest, Moscow, Beijing, reshapes European geopolitics. Hungary leverages its unique position inside the EU for maximum advantage. For Russia and China, it's proof their model appeals, even within the West. Budapest isn't siding with autocrats, it's prioritizing its own national interest. Hungary's pivot to the east includes a dramatic legal move, withdrawing from the International Criminal Court. This allows Hungary to host Vladimir Putin without legal risk, defying the ICC's arrest warrant. All other EU states remain ICC members, but Hungary is breaking ranks to protect its new alliances. The move is a direct rebuke to Western legal and political pressure. For an upcoming summit, it ensures Putin can attend without drama. Budapest is signaling it won't let foreign courts dictate its foreign policy. The outrage from Brussels is inevitable, but Hungary is exercising its sovereign right. This is Hungary's boldest break yet with the Western order. For Hungary, joining BRICS is a calculated risk with big rewards. It gains access to new markets, investment and energy, outside the EU's restrictive framework. China's investments promise jobs and growth. Russian energy keeps the economy running. Inside BRICS, Hungary's voice is amplified. It's the bloc's only EU member. Budapest can now act as a bridge between East and West, boosting its global influence. The backlash from Brussels will be fierce threats, penalties and isolation. But the EU loses more than Hungary's compliance. It loses credibility. The myth of EU unity is shattered, exposing deep fractures. Hungary's move sets a precedent for others to follow. The EU faces a symbolic defeat that could mark the start of its decline. Hungary's entry into BRICS redraws Europe's political map, sending shockwaves through the continent's political establishment. This move is more than just a diplomatic gesture. It signals a profound shift in the balance of power and alliances within Europe. It's more than a realignment. It's a new dividing line across the continent, reminiscent of the old Iron Curtain, but with new players and new stakes. The political landscape is being reshaped before our eyes. The old Cold War divisions are gone, but a new ideological split has emerged, one that pits traditional Western alliances against a rising bloc of independent-minded nations. On one side stands the globalist West, led by the European Union, demanding conformity and unity under its rules and values. On the other, sovereign nations like Hungary, Poland, and others are forging their own path, seeking to assert their independence and protect their unique identities. Hungary's move could trigger a broader EU fragmentation, as more countries question the benefits of centralized control from Brussels. Central and Eastern European countries, frustrated with Brussels' policies and perceived overreach, may now see a way out, a chance to redefine their futures. BRICS offers an alternative, promising economic growth, new partnerships, and respect for national sovereignty, which is increasingly attractive to those feeling left behind by the EU. The EU's monopoly on the European dream is over. Competing visions for the continent's future are now on the table, and the debate is only just beginning. Brussels can choose to punish dissent or attempt to reform, but history suggests that more division, not unity, is likely to follow. Hungary's decision proves that history isn't over. Nations still have the power to shape their own destinies, even in a rapidly changing world. Whether this leads to a more balanced, multipolar Europe or sparks new conflict and instability remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Europe will never be the same again. The choices made today will echo for generations to come.